What's up, WMS? It's Miles.
And I'm Sam, and you're watching Bulldog News.
Today is Wednesday, March 24th.
Let's take a look at a clip in which Malin plays a video game against a unique opponent.
Hey dude, let's play. Okay. We're doing a play. Let's play Super Smash Bros. Easy. First 30 seconds, let's go. Are you kidding me? Come on. No! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my lucky cap.
Thanks, Malin. That was so cool.
I guess that's an easy way to make sure you always win.
Yeah, but don't you always lose too? Anyway, let's take another look at ASB's ABCs of Spirit Week video.
A is for Avengers or anything else you can come up with. A has a variety of things you can do, so have fun with it.
It was so cold today. My Honey Nut Cheerios turned into Honey Nut Chilios. Get it? Like cherry, like chili instead of cherry. Okay, never mind. So I was just preparing for the ABC days at WMS coming soon. I picked for B for bad jokes. So I'm really excited. So hope I see you there. Bye.
For the letter E, you could do Elvis Presley Day, Evil Character Day, Earth Day, or anything that you can think of that starts with the letter E.
H is for Hamilton, or hats, or hamburgers, or hay, or hands, or H stands for so many things. So good luck choosing one, or wear more than one. That's even better.
Hey WMS, for day 2 of Spirit Week, we are doing days F, G, H, I, and J. And for I, we are doing Interest Day, and I am interested in plants, so I have them around me. Excited to see what you guys come up with.
For the letter M, you could do Monster Day, Mariner's Day, Mike's On Day, or anything that you can think of that starts with the letter M.
Hey WMS, for the letter N of our 3rd day of Spirit Week, we are going to be doing Navy Day. So you can wear anything navy or just have anything navy around you. Excited to see what you guys come up with.
This is Q Day, and for today you could show off your oldest quarter or one of your favorite quilts if you have a quilt, or you could dress up as a queen if you wanted to, because this is Q Day and you can do anything that starts with Q. So you could Google some words if you don't know any and use those words to show off your letter Q for Q Day. Sup students at WMS, this is our day, and we can do things like Reading Day or Revolutionary War Day or Random Fact Day or anything that starts with R. So you could just pick something that starts with R. So you could tell your class a random fact, or you could read a book for like Bob or something. And this is our day.
For S, you could do a lot of things like sports, superhero, or Star Wars, and anything else you can think of that starts with an S.
Hey WMS, so another one of the days that we're going to be doing is Tea Day. For this day, you may bring any tea-related props, well not to school, but at home you may, or dress up as any tea-related thing. An example may be Teacher Lookalike Day. Just, you can do whatever you'd like, just make sure it's appropriate. And that's all. Enjoy and just have fun. Hi, so this day is going to be You Day. So for U Day, you may dress up or have some props with anything that starts with a U. For example, you could do Upside Down Day, Under the Sea Day. There's plenty of ideas. Just be creative or stay to the basics. It's honestly your choice.
Hey, Mr. Terrace here for the last day of Spirit Week. So it's V, W, X, Y, and Z. So for W, why not the Bulldogs? Your PE shirt, your spirit wear, any of those kinds of things. It all works. Washington Bulldogs, W. Or Washington Huskies. Purple always looks good on you. So it doesn't matter which one you do, just pick a letter, pick a day, participate.
For Y Day, you could do a few things like Yellow Day and You and Me Day where you could twin with a friend.
Thanks, ASB, for setting this up. Remember, Bulldogs, Day 1, A through E, is this Friday.
Show your spirit, Bulldogs. Now let's hear from Kate about another great book recommendation.
The book that I'm recommending today is Alone by Megan E. Freeman. The whole plot of the story is the main character, Maddie, wakes up one morning to find her town abandoned and she has no way to contact anyone. She has to learn to have nothing and no one to talk to but a Rottweiler named George. She must survive natural disasters and lack of food and water. One day, when she finds her brother's old book report, she agrees that being alone is really the hardest. You can find Alone at your local bookstores or at the WMS library. And those are my websites. Thank you.
Thanks, Kate. That sounds like a great book.
If you have a great book to recommend, go to the website and click on Students Morning Announcements, Book Recommendations.
We will have another later in the broadcast. Now, let's watch part 2 of Jared's interview with Mr. Normoil.
Back to the Future and Goonies and E.T. Those were some of the big movies of the 80s that I remember pretty well. Watched multiple times. There wasn't quite as much to do and as much choices of watching things on TV or going to the movies as there are today.
Mm-hmm. What were your favorite music singers or bands?
There were a lot of big rock bands, big hair rock bands at the time. I was really into AC/DC and Metallica and Motley Crue and Def Leppard. Poison, a bunch of bands like that, Queen, Van Halen. Michael Jackson was probably the biggest music star of the time.
Yeah.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. And you start to freeze, and so it looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed. You hear the door slam.
And I remember, like, when I was in middle school, like Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and NWA was this new, pretty huge rap fan back in the 7th and 8th grade. So, and Beastie Boys, I like them a lot too, back in the day. So just a lot of different music than today, I guess you'd say.
Yeah. What were some fashion trends?
I remember the girls having really big hair, big perms and hairspray, and a lot of guys had mullets, the long hair in the back and the short on the top. I had that in like 8th and 9th grade. And people wore a lot of like acid wash jeans. And one thing I remember that I was really wanted in middle school was a pair of Jordans, because like Air Jordans came out around that time. Michael Jordan was a huge star for the Chicago Bulls, and his shoes were new. This was before he had a brand, and so those Jordans were expensive and hard to find, but it was something I always wanted. I didn't get my first pair of Jordans till I was like a senior in high school. But anyway, that was something I always wanted.
What was the biggest difference from then to now?
Definitely cell phones. And the cell phones didn't really exist at all. Some people had car phones with a big giant antenna sticking off the top of their van, but there weren't any car phones, and there really wasn't access to the internet like there is today. So all of our communication is so much different today than it was in the 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. Is there something that was popular then that is no longer or doesn't exist?
Something we were talking about with some friends the other day that is no longer a thing, but I remember it being really popular in the 80s, were water beds, because people would have these beds that were made of this giant like balloon filled with water basically, and they were super popular. And video rental stores, I think one of the other teachers talked about that, but that was kind of a big thing. Like on a Friday, you'd go to the video store and try and find a video to rent to watch on your VCR. And the other one I was thinking about that we would always want to go do is go to arcades. And play video games, because there were a few consoles. There was a Nintendo, and Atari had come out, so there were a few game systems that people had in their houses, but it was always really fun to go to an arcade and play a bunch of video games there. So I don't think those exist very commonly anymore.
Now, last question. Would you rather go to a Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl game or a Seattle Supersonics final game?
Well, I'm a huge Seahawks fan, and I have season tickets, and I go to a lot of games, but I would definitely pick the Sonics coming back to Seattle and going to an NBA championship. That was incredibly sad when the Sonics moved in 2008, and I'm hoping that they can return. I was at the last game that they played in Seattle before they left, and Kevin Durant was there, and during that summer they drafted Russell Westbrook, and then that following winter they moved to Oklahoma City. So it was super disappointing, and I really hope that they're back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for using your time with me. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun. Thanks a lot, Jared.
Thanks, Mr. Normoyle. Wish we could go back to the future and experience the 80s.
Yeah. Now let's watch an ad for an exciting new product.
Have you ever been walking your dog when all of a sudden they pull away from the leash, making you to catch up with them? You may wonder, is there anything I can do to stop my dog from doing this?
Well, the great people at Samco Pets have designed just the product for you.
Introducing the Doggo Shoot 2000. This is the latest innovation from pet care technology. We designed this parachute-like contraption that is designed to slow your dog down when they get away from you while you walk. This design has been tested in our labs and can slow down any dog of any size, of any speed. Detach the anchor to activate the parachute. Look how much it slowed down our very own test dog. Impressive! Our product goes for the low price of $29.99. But wait, there's more. Our warehouses are full of goods ready to ship at a moment's notice. If you order right now, we'll send you an extra one for free, just 'cause. But wait, there's even more. Because we're so desperate to get rid of these, we will pay you $50 just to take it off our hands. Never mind our original price. Also, we'll throw in this thank you card, just so you know how much we appreciate your business to our company. Call in now to place your order or visit us on the web to see our terms and conditions. Processing and shipping may apply.
Thanks, Sam. Your product looks like it's designed for success.
Now let's get a reminder about this year's virtual talent show.
You're going to start by going to the WMS website. From there, you'll go to Students and Morning Announcements. Scrolling all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a link that says Click here for talent show information. Click on it and it'll bring you to a slide, and when it finally decides to load, you will see a screen that looks like this. From here, you can check out the rules, deadlines, you can sign up, you can audition, and you can submit your final video. The rules and how it works is a basic summary of what it'll look like and the rules and different things you need to meet in order to submit your video. The dates and times link will take you to all the deadlines. There's only 3 and 2 of them are on the same day. Please try very hard to meet these deadlines so you can make it into the talent show. You can also sign up, which is a basic name, intro of your act, and email. Your audition video is just 2 to 3 minutes, just a little summary on your act, and the final video is where you'll submit your final video, and this is what will go into the talent show. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful.
Thanks again, Kaylee. And remember, Bulldogs, sign up and submit your videos through a link on the WMS website.
Go to Students, Morning Announcements, Talent Show. Now let's check out where Hayden is. Hayden?
What up, WMS? It's Hayden, and welcome back to Where in the World is Hayden P. Thanks to all who responded in my Google form. Most of you were correct that I was in the Sydney Opera House. Here are the names. Now, on to this week's weather. Other than today's rain, the weather will be amazing this week with high from the low 50s always up to 60 on Saturday and even next Tuesday. So tomorrow, go out and stay out. I mean, have fun. No, really, stay out till more wane, because we know it will come again. Know where I'm at this time? Respond to my Google form on the website. Students who are correct will have their names announced next week. Here's a reminder of how to get to the form.
From Kiev to Carolina, she's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. Take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me where in the world.
Now back to our anchors, Noah, Miles, and Sam.
Thanks, Hayden. And remember, Bulldogs, to go to Hayden's Google form on the WMS website under Students and Morning Announcements to guess where he is this week.
Now let's hear about another awesome book.
Hi, it's Mrs. Mathis from the library. I have a great book to share with you. This is a book that's getting a lot of attention, and as a matter of fact, a lot of schools are naming it as their required reading. It's so good. It's called I Will Always Write Back: How One Letter Changed Two Lives. So this is the story of Caitlin, a 7th grade girl, whose teacher announces that they're all going to get pen pals, and she gets to pick the country. So she looks up at the board and she sees France and Germany and all these countries she's heard of before. But on the very bottom, it says Zimbabwe. And Caitlin thinks, well, that sounds funny. I'm going to pick Zimbabwe. So she picks Zimbabwe. And a little bit about Caitlin. She's not a great student. She's just not a serious student. Doesn't always do her homework. But this kind of gets her interest. So she writes to a boy named Martin. So let me tell you a little bit about Martin. Martin is the top student in his school. He is a very serious student, and he's very driven. He is obsessed with America and gets honored with getting the letter from an American because of his top grades. So back and forth they write to each other for what will be 6 years. Caitlin is immediately obsessed with Zimbabwe. The more she learns about it, the more thirsty she becomes for more and more information about this country. So Caitlin decides she's going to send a gift to Martin. So she sends him a Reeboks t-shirt and doesn't really think much of it. And off it goes to Zimbabwe. When Martin receives it, he's amazed. He has never owned a piece of clothing that was so special. It's the nicest thing that he owns, this t-shirt. He immediately feels compelled to send her something back. But you see, Martin doesn't have money. As a matter of fact, in order to be able to afford the stationery and the stamps to send letters to Caitlin, he actually has to get a job. So he gets a job hauling around luggage for tourists, and that's how he makes the money to even write to Caitlin. So he has to save up a long time to get this bracelet to send back to her. And she gets it in the mail and she's like, oh, that's really nice, he's really cool. And she calls him her best friend and means it. And none of her friends really understand why she all of a sudden is so obsessed with Zimbabwe. But this friendship blooms. And they learn so much about each other and their very large differences. Martin doesn't want to reveal how very poor he is. But little by little, as their friendship continues, he shares with her just how tough things are. I don't want to give away any more than I already have, but I do want you to read this book. It will not just change these two lives. I honestly think it will change yours too. It's a story of friendship and generosity and doing the right thing. Please pick up this book. You might think, but I never read nonfiction. This is going to be the best book you read this year. Thank you.
Thanks, Miss Mathis. That sounds like such a powerful read.
Here are this week's birthdays.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
And remember, Bulldogs, be kind,
be safe,
wear a mask,
and make good choices.